All right, what you see here is a Casablanca Panama 2 ceiling fan installed in my bedroom at my dad's house. When deciding on what fan I wanted to put in here, I wanted to put something that was strong, powerful, and also had more of an updated look to it. So either a white fan or a brushed nickel one. And some of the options I thought of was a Windward 2 in white, um, a Make It Air Mesa in a brushed nickel finish. Though that I feel like might not be strong enough in this room. But something that I wanted something that was stronger than your typical Hunter fan, basically. And Windward 2 definitely outperforms those spinner motor Hunters, so I think I'd go for something like this, a Casablanca Panama. And this one is an XTR version, but it's also 4-speed, which is actually useful for a bedroom, in my opinion. This fan I got from Nathan, better known on YouTube as Epsilon 120. I have installed with the maple blades, which may or may not stay. I like it on this fan, but I'm kind of curious whenever I get a different bed in here, depending on the cut of the bed frame, on changing it maybe like to a bleached oak or something. I mean, this bookshelf that's in here that goes well with it, and they do go well with the floor. I don't know. I think they will good on it, but I might also swap them out for a brand new set because the blades on this were already a bit warped when I got them. As you can see with that one there. But, yeah, the fan does a good job. It's from 2005. I have it on a stubby down rod. It's like 2 inches. And I plan to do this same thing with the one that's in my bedroom at the apartment. So to give it a little bit more clearance, that way I can move a little bit more air. But yeah, this light kit is not an actual light kit. It's actually just a ceiling lamp that I bought at Home Depot for $30, I think. Yeah, like $25 to $30 I paid for it, and it does the job. I wanted to put a low profile light on it, but I couldn't find one that was within my budget that would look good on this, within the same finish. And I found this light kit, and I figured, it should be able to fit onto the switch housing, and thankfully it does. It does have a little of a gap of where the switch cap would be, but since I'm using this light, you're not going to see above it. And there is the tag as well. But yeah, let me go ahead and show the light. The fan does use for the XTR motor, and this one is a quiet one. Thankfully, these XTR motors are kind of a hit or miss from what I've heard, where they can be loud or they can be quiet. This just has a built-in LED in it, but I'm not worried about it having issues because I'm not really here all too often, and so the light's not gonna get used all that much. So I'm not really worried about it having issues down the road. All right, here's low. This was the first fan I installed here. There's been a few others that have been installed since, but since I was sleeping in this room one time and it was hot, and I don't like to rely on the central air that much. I figured let me get this thing up just to get something to move some air in here. Because also this room gets a lot of sunlight, so in the summertime it does get pretty hot in this room. If it wasn't for this, I would have went with a Windward 2 in the white finish. The one I have in my collection, or I would have tried to have found another one. But the only reason why I went against that is because, let's say the light goes out, to find a replacement light might be somewhat tricky, and also the wind sound on it on the high speed, I feel it might be a bit too much for a bedroom of this size at least, having like a helicopter sound almost. I also kind of wanted to have a fan that kind of gave me camper vibes a little bit because, like in a trailer home, like a very fancy one. Obviously, you wouldn't see a Casablanca in there, but I don't know, like if you were going to like a timeshare type house, something like that. All right, now for medium or medium low. Hold on. Off, high, medium, medium low. The pull chains were originally right next to each other, but I figured I'd move them just to make it less confusing. I probably should have had it where the light chain's closer to the bed, but it doesn't really matter. It's definitely something I'd consider for a kitchen install the way it is. The blades it has on it is probably the only thing I'd change. Well, it depends on the kitchen itself as well, but the way it is with this light, I feel like it would look really good in the kitchen. It does a good job on this speed too. All right, now for medium. For those wondering as to why the light kit's not moving around so much anymore, it's because I put quite a bit of washers on it, so the longer screws can hold it in place without it bouncing around and such. Medium speed on this is a little bit faster than the typical medium. I definitely can say it goes faster than the medium on the Panama 2 in my apartment, but it's a 3-speed one with the XLP motor. Yeah, I definitely plan to decorate this room a bit more once I get some like posters for it and such. I'm not gonna bother putting them in frames. I really don't like having posters in frames due to the reflection of like sunlight and all that. Unless it was for like a living room or something like that, that's a different story. But even then, but you know, it's definitely pushing a very good breeze. I'm not sure why the light's looking like that on camera. I didn't do that back when I tested it. Wonder if it's because of all the lighting in this room from outside, the sunlight. Yeah, it's not making any difference really. It's no big deal. The glass doesn't look like that at all when it's on in person. I think I just mentioned that. It doesn't look so yellowed looking like the glass is worn out. It's just how it appears on camera. Alright, now for high speed. I'm not sure why, but for some reason the light kit chain always seems to bounce around like that a little bit on the high speed, I've noticed. Whereas the fan one stays in place basically. Well, it's because the light kit's vibrating with the fan a little bit, that's why. Not sure why it's doing that. Okay, I didn't do it when I tested it back in the basement. But yeah, no, it's definitely cranking out a lot of air. Could also be the fact that the fan's trying to wobble, but with it having such a slow down rod, it's not able to. Yeah, I was just using it last night on high speed, and it was not making any noise with the pull chain like that at all. It's strange. And I'm not going to be putting it on reverse only because since the light kit's a lot more close to the blade arms than it was before, it's kind of harder to reach into it. I don't want to mess it up, so So yeah, maybe go ahead and try it off and do spin down. It's not gonna be that long of a spin down. It has some pretty quick ones for some reason. I mean, not that super quick, but it's not like it's gonna be a few minutes, is what I mean. Alright, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.